Well, here's the one I'm looking forward to seeing. It's perhaps the most eagerly anticipated coming attraction in Hollywood history. We're talking about the teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Just how does one of the most original shows on TV get even more creative? In the case of The X-Files, the answer is combining a unique script with an unusual filming technique. So let's talk about your new project.
Well, the movie is called the Rugrats movie, but let's get one thing straight. I'm the star.
China, the American way.
I've been eating nothing but McDonald's and Pizza Hut, and it's like, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken's here. It's great.
Fasten your seatbelt, folks. It's going to be one brainy ride.
A little cotton thong with little Santas on it. How cute. Honey, for my stocking.
This rarely seen footage of Rod Serling is the actual series pitch to prospective Twilight Zone sponsors. To a description of the birthday boy's birthday suit.
He was wearing, let me get this straight, kind of a more, what's that movie? One of those jackets that John Travolta would have worn a long time ago, you know what I mean?
How was the party, James?
Good, it was rocking.
The energy is there and support for this wonderful young movie star. He's a gift to anybody who wants to make a movie.
It's a disco outfit, in case she was wondering. Leo's fans, meanwhile, are cordially invited to attend his new film, Celebrity, debuting in theaters nationwide this weekend. Special passes not required.
You know, hundreds of thousands of people don't get to see Leo's little silver screen treasures like Titanic because they can't see. Now, one woman is helping the blind to see things in a different way. Here's Greg Agnew.
Flying!
This is the Titanic experience to a blind person. Without pictures, the costumes, the colors, and the sheer beauty of the scenery are lost.
Films for the blind, whoever created that must want to do musicals for the deaf.
That could be next for Helen Harris. After years of creating pictures as a painter, the artist lost her sight. Shortly after, she created something called theater vision.
My idea was to get people out of the house and into motion picture theater.
Some of Hollywood's heaviest hitters agree.
Movies are for everybody, and I'd love to see people who are vision impaired or blind be able to enjoy the film just as much as everybody else.
Titanic director James Cameron got on board, lending his voice to narrate the Oscar-winning epic.
In a beaded evening dress, Rose leaves the table abruptly and runs wildly down the deck.
Here's how it works.
You pick up a headset at the front door, and you'd be listening to the movie the way everybody else is, but this little earpiece would go in your ear. It's hardly, discernible. You turn it on, and you hear the description.
We can't leave him. Watching the water rise around him, the child cries out for his father.
All right, come on! It's still not Titanic in full form, but it's close.
This description of the movie gives you a whole different picture of the picture.
I'm Greg Agnew for E! News.
Actor Christopher Reeve is back in front of the camera to give us a new look at a Hollywood classic. It's a remake of Alfred Hitchcock's 1954 masterpiece thriller, Rear Window. In his first acting role since a disabling riding accident, Reeve portrays a recently paralyzed architect who thinks he witnessed a murder from, of course, his apartment window.
Next time, do us all a favor and don't call 911.
I'm not sure there's going to be a next time. I think he killed her last night. We're not trying to imitate Hitchcock or, rip him off or anything. It's it was the idea for something that would be contemporary.
Rear Window also stars Daryl Hannah and Robert Forster. It airs Sunday night on ABC. Just how does one of the most original shows on TV get even more creative? In the case of The X-Files, the answer is combining a unique script with an unusual filming technique. You'll see the results in the upcoming episode called Triangle. Cindy Hom has more.
On the next X-Files, Agent Mulder is transported back in time.
Mulder has gone to the Bermuda Triangle, and gone on a ship that has reappeared. A ship from 1939, the Queen Anne. He's gone on because the ship has appeared out of nowhere.
Scully.
I suggest you get your Nazi paws off me before you get one in the kisser.
No, it's me, Mulder.
The episode has a somewhat Wizard of Oz feel to it, with many familiar faces you'll recognize from the series showing up in unexpected roles.
I'm there as a Nazi, and Skinner's there as a Nazi, and Spender's a Nazi, and Scully's a passenger, and yet are we? I mean, but this is weird.
But what really makes the triangle so unique is the way it was filmed, using a technique called real time. X-Files creator Chris Carter jumped at the chance to direct this episode.
The camera is always running, and there are big long takes where there are no cuts. It is one long continuous picture with some tricks in it, wipes and such to splice the shots together.
The illusion this technique creates of a 1 hour long continuous take also proved to be a big challenge for the actors.
You're always on at all times, and you really get to see how good of an actor or not you are when you're watching the playbacks.
And you'll get to judge for yourself when the episode airs Sunday on Fox. I'm Cindy Hom for E! News.
Secret agents, cartoon characters, celebrity slamming, soul-searching, the full Monty with a walker. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in Tinseltown. Steve Kaneko takes a look at what's up this week at the box office.
Tommy, this is your brother Dylan. Baby.
Oh, baby is right. It's animation overload this year. Nickelodeon's highest-rated show, Rugrats, is the latest tune to ride the bandwagon to the big screen. The movie teaches tots life lessons the whole family can appreciate.
Any further and I would have needed a fresh diaper.
At the other end of the spectrum, critics are calling Waking Ned Devine the next Full Monty, or the Full Monty on Geritol.
We've grown old, but we haven't grown up.
Haven't grown up, exactly. They're two aged kids.
Think hip, not hip replacement here. The Irish indie about two men trying to scam someone else's lottery winnings is already getting Oscar buzz.
Raise them to Ned Devine.
To Ned Devine.
Woody Allen toasts and roasts Hollywood's high life in Celebrity. The caustic comedy stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Winona Ryder, Melanie Griffith, and Kenneth Branagh.
You're unbelievable.
Dennis Quaid is an American soldier fighting for the Serbs in Oliver Stone's Savior. The untimely death of his wife and son takes Quaid on a soul-searching mission where he realizes he may be his own worst enemy.
You have something they want! I don't have anything!
Will Smith is the secret agent's man in Enemy of the State. Jerry Bruckheimer's conspiracy thriller pairs the artist formerly known as The Fresh Prince with Gene Hackman and John Voight.
I'm a D.C. area attorney who gets into a whole big mess with the National Security Agency. They ruin my credit. They give false information to my legal firm, and I'm put on leave. So it's like basically they just completely destroy my life.
Stop it now!
All right, we're done. I'm Steve Kometko for E! News.
Enemy of the State, Waking Ned Devine, Celebrity, Savior, and the Rugrats are all playing now nationwide.
Sometimes there are movies just so big that a little sneak peek in a movie preview just doesn't do it justice. So when we had a chance to sit down one-on-one with the famous Rugrat, we jumped on it. And this week's Celebrity Close-Up, I get to take an inside look at the real and anything but angelic, Angelica Pickles. So let's talk about your new project.
Well, the movie is called the Rugrats movie, but let's get one thing straight. I'm the star.
But there are some other big names in the movie. What was it like working with Tommy Pickles and Chucky Finster?
Of course all the Rugrats are in the movie. Tommy, Chucky, Phil, and Lil are all in the movie. Those dumb babies stick together like glue. And now there's this new baby. Well, let's talk about me some more.
Okay. Tell me about the part you play in the film.
Well, I don't want to give anything away, but Tommy and Chucky almost weren't friends no more. If it weren't for me saving the day, they still might not be talking to each other.
So you're kind of the hero here.
Yeah!
A few years ago, when you were just another unknown cartoon character, did you ever imagine you'd be where you are today?
Yeah!
Tell me, what was it like going from TV to film?
Well, between you and me, making a movie was a lot different from making a TV show. Better toys, bigger allowance, more deliciouser food. But my mommy says now that I'm a big movie star, we're gonna have a talk with the TV people and I'll be able to have my cake and eat it too. So if any of you producers are watching, make it chocolate, okay?
Okay, we're looking at a clip from the Rugrats movie here. You know, your performance is already generating Oscar buzz. How much of that do you credit to a strong supporting cast?
Well, when I win an award, why am I gonna thank those dumb babies? They already got to do all the fun stuff and be the stars of the movies. Oh, wait, I mean, stop. Can we start again? I'm the star, not them.
Well, let's just switch gears here. Any truth to the rumor that you've been dating South Park's Cartman?
Oh, wait, I mean, stop.
Just one more question.
Cut.
Please, Cut! Prima donnas. You think they call me one? You believe that?
No, not at all.
It's yours, man.
Horrible.
So she's the same in person then, huh?
Oh, can't wait to see her, the Rugrats. There's lots more to come on E! News Weekend, including Star Wars Episode 1. We've got the trailer that debuted in theaters this week.
And we're going to show you the whole thing, uncut, coming up.
Plus, China, the American way.
I've been eating nothing but McDonald's and Pizza Hut, and it's like, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken's here. It's great.
Drew Carey invades Beijing.
Then, before there was Howard Stern or even Liz Smith, there was the granddad of gossip. Can you name the mystery man?
And
she can't wear any lingerie without popping out.
Fredericks of Hollywood's holiday wear. That's enough to make your eyes pop out.
En breve, regresa con ustedes directamente desde Hollywood E! News, el noticiero más famoso del mundo del espectáculo, solo en E! Entertainment Television. E! Entertainment Television.
Hollywood is mourning the loss of one of its great filmmakers, Alan J. Pakula. That story tops our Week in Review. Alan J. Pakula was killed Thursday in a car accident on the Long Island Expressway in New York. As a producer, he received Academy Award nominations for the film To Kill a Mockingbird. In the director's chair, he helmed such films as All the President's Men, The Pelican Brief, and most recently, The Devil's Own. Alan J. Pakula was 70. Also this week, veteran TV and film actress Esther Roll died in Los Angeles at the age of 78. Roll is best remembered as the mother who kept her poor family together on the 70s sitcom Good Times. Roll had a distinguished career in the theater and on the big screen, appearing in such films as Driving Miss Daisy and, more recently, Rosewood. The mother of Sonny Bono is speaking out against allegations made by her former daughter-in-law, Mary Bono. Sonny's widow claims his dependence on prescription drugs contributed to his death in a skiing accident last January. Jean Bono called the allegations, published in a TV Guide article, an attempt to, quote, trash her son's good name.
The whole thing is a big lie that he was not what she's painting him out to be. He was a good man. He was respected and loved, and she's trashing him. That's all I can say. He brought her up to where she is, and she's trashing him in return.
When Cher was asked about the controversy, she issued a statement saying that this is a family matter, not open for discussion.
The late Walter Winchell is credited with creating the gossip column. He also coined such colorful phrases as making whoopee, giggle water, and blessed event. Now the granddaddy of all gossips is the subject of a new movie on HBO.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Let's go to press.
Stanley Tucci plays Winchell with able support from Paul Giamatti, Glenn Headley, and Christopher Plummer as Franklin D. Roosevelt. The telefilm was directed by Paul Mazursky.
Without Walter Winchell, there probably wouldn't have been, I don't know, Liz Smith, Howard Stern, Matt, I don't know, whoever you could think of who does anything remotely connected with gossip. But Walter was also political.
Always remember, it is you, the American public, who are the beautiful people. Because the man who wears his child on his shoulders and his wife on his hand heads the best-dressed family in town. Good night.
Winchell premieres Saturday night on HBO.
Wedding bells will be ringing on Monday's episode of Guiding Light. Two of the daytime's drama's most popular characters will finally tie the knot. But it's a newcomer to this soap world who steals the spotlight.
By the power vested in me by the laws of the state of New York, I now pronounce you husband and wife. God bless you. Please kiss.
That's New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani performing the marriage of Philip and Harley. And to help his honor feel at home, a set was built to look just like his office. In real life, the mayor's pronounced many couples man and wife, and this marriage, he insists, is just as legal.
When I say that, you know, husband and wife, it's over. You're done. That's it. You're married.
Well, we're both married already, so we're bigamists.
Now we're going to see the district attorney next, I guess.
Giuliani's appearance on Guiding Light airs Monday on CBS. It's a one-shot deal, so don't count on him being hired as a regular.
So where do you draw the line between politics and entertainment? In China, they don't, or didn't until Americans started invading. Greg Agnew reports from Beijing.
Chinese productions are not uncommon on Beijing streets, but U.S. sitcoms definitely are. After months of negotiations, Drew Carrey's show was invited to shoot in and around the capital.
Another day, another dollar. I was amazed about how Western China is. You can really find everything you need here. I really overpacked because I thought, oh, I'm not going to be finding anything here. And they actually, from the show, they sent me like things of peanut butter and jelly and bread just in case I couldn't find anything to eat. It's ridiculous. I've been eating nothing but McDonald's and Pizza Hut, and it's like, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken's here. It's great.
It's amazing. Yeah, I saw Domino's Pizza. They've got a Universal Studios here too.
Did they really?
Yeah, just like Hollywood and Florida.
Oh man.
Yep, capitalism at its finest. Universal Studios right in the heart of communist China. Situated inside a new mall, the tiny park is titled the Universal Studios Experience. So what is the experience America is bringing to Beijing?
You will be a movie star in Star Maker.
I'll be a movie star.
Surprisingly, this Universal Studios consists of little more than instant photos, memorabilia, and the occasional dance number, but not on this day. As dull as the experience is, one American businessman living in Beijing believes Hollywood will win over the Chinese.
The actual idea of Universal Studios will be successful here because it's a great big Hollywood-type Universal Studios production, so that they'll be excited about it as a drop.
One advantage Universal has is it's totally opposite the usual Chinese fare. Here, all media is controlled by the government, and that means TV is mostly a mixture of peasant soap operas, Peking opera, and militaristic station IDs. But Americana is creeping in. Channel surf the Communist Party's networks, and you'll come across this: American infomercials.
This is a really great vacation spot, you know, unless you have something against communist government. But if you can set that aside, which I am, you know, you can really have a good time here.
I'm Greg Agnew for E! News.
By the way, China TV is currently shooting a comedy series based in a Chinese restaurant in LA. Coming up, he's known for being sexy and psycho. Only Vince Vaughn can pull off this strange combo. We'll show you how.
And it's Darth Vader before he was Darth Vader. We've got your Star Wars Episode 1 preview just ahead.
En breve, regresa con ustedes directamente desde Hollywood E! News, el noticiero más famoso del mundo del espectáculo, solo en E! Entertainment Television. Hablarán sin secretos ni censura, al desnudo.
Conoceremos sus aspectos más íntimos.
El lado fascinante que siempre quisimos ver de las estrellas del espectáculo.
Más que una confesión en la pantalla, es...
Uncut, sin cortes.
Solo en E! Entertainment Television.
Sensualmente y...
Hay un programa
especialmente hecho para usted.
y ya sabe qué significa.
FYE.
Los artistas,
los eventos,
los lugares
y los presentadores más ocurrentes están en
FYE. Todo el mundo del espectáculo y el entretenimiento en un solo programa.
Solo en E! Entertainment Television, la televisión del espectáculo. Hace falta un poco más de tiempo para hablar en detalle de los temas más interesantes de la infinita industria del entretenimiento.
Y contar aún más todo lo que rodea al seductor mundo de las estrellas.
En 3 palabras,
un gran reportaje.
Y en 2 palabras,
In Focus.
La gran hora del entretenimiento.
Solo en E! Entertainment Television.
By most accounts, Vince Vaughn is about to hit it really, really big. He's already had 2 movies out this year, and his next, the remake of Psycho, could make him a household name. And that's why the folks at GQ put him on the magazine's cover this month.
A boy's best friend is his mother.
The Psycho star appears in magazine's current issue, where he talks candidly about his youth, his first acting jobs, and how he's dealing with fame. But Vince is modest about being on the GQ cover.
I guess I'm flattered in a way, you know. Haven't given a lot of thought, really.
He's still a very fresh and spontaneous young guy, and it's a wonderful time to have caught him.
Vince also admits to GQ that he's very patriotic, loves Elvis, and would like to have kids sooner rather than later. The current issue of GQ is on newsstands now.
Well, we're just about halfway through this edition of E! News Weekend, so we figured it's about time that you saw some sexy lingerie. Hey. And as fate would have it, Fredericks of Hollywood's just released a new calendar and a fashion line. Here's more from E's resident voyeur, David Adelson.
Fredericks of Hollywood bras are really big in my family. Not only are they a favorite of mine, but my husband is a big fan of them as well. So much so that he wore one on an episode of 90210. I think he stuffed it, though.
Fasten your seatbelt, folks. It's going to be one brainy ride.
A little cotton thong with little Santas on it. How cute. Honey, for my stocking.
That's right. Move over, Ken Starr. This Fredericks of Hollywood affair is a much bigger story in our book. Indeed, with a new Fredericks calendar hitting stores, it's only fitting to talk with some of the months in person.
Hey, I'm Lola Corwin, and I'm Miss November. And I'm Marina Corwin, and I'm Miss January. She can't wear any lingerie without popping out.
Especially when she's performing open heart surgery. But hey, let's check out the many faces of Lola. Hey, if you think that's wacky, how about one of Frederick's latest innovations, a bra filled with water?
Inside is water and oil, and it feels very much like my own body.
But it was the afternoon fashion show that really drove home the true Christmas spirit of sharing and goodness. Ho, ho, whoa. I'm David Adelson for E! News.
If that fluffy pink outfit that you saw in the beginning of Dave's piece looked familiar, it should. It's called the Marabou Baby Doll. It was worn by the Fembots in the film Austin Powers.
Coming up, Whitney Houston defies the term diva once again.
Then, Paul Anka remembers Sinatra.
I mean, Frank was the kind of guy when he said, let's go to dinner, you brought your passport.
And
you've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
come with us as we unmask a new dimension of treasures and rare footage next.
En breve, regresa con ustedes directamente desde Hollywood E! News, el noticiero más famoso del mundo del espectáculo, solo en E! Entertainment Television.
Oh, yeah? Well, here's the one I'm looking forward to seeing. It's perhaps the most eagerly anticipated coming attraction in Hollywood history. We're talking about the teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It debuted in theaters this week to a phenomenal audience reaction. If you haven't seen it yet, sit back and hang on tight.
You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this boy?
He can see things before they happen.
He can help you.
The Force is unusually strong with him.
He was meant to help you.
Anakin! Tell him to take off!
Will I ever see you again? What does your heart tell you?
Are you sure about this? Trusting our fate to a boy we hardly know?
Anakin Skywalker, meet Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I sense much fear in you. The boy is dangerous. They all sense it. Why can't you?
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Wow. Now, you know, a lot of people lined up just to see that trailer teaser right there.
Paid to see that.
And that's my mission.
Plus, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Things about the Twilight Zone series. Some very rare Serling interviews. Linda Grasso has more from an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
What you're about to see, gentlemen, is a series called The Twilight Zone. We think it's a rather special kind of series.
This rarely seen footage of Rod Serling is the actual series pitch to prospective Twilight Zone sponsors. It's just one of the special moments on the DVD series Treasures of the Twilight Zone.
Crossed over into The Twilight Zone.
When The Twilight Zone debuted in 1959, Rod Serling had already established himself as one of television's most respected writers. But in a CBS interview with Mike Wallace, Serling responded to a TV critic who claimed the new series was beneath him.
Would you just read me the first 2 lines, Mike?
Professionally, I don't think Twilight Zone will hurt me, but I must admit I don't think it'll help me.
I never said that. I'm convinced it'll help me. I have great pride in the show. In 11 or 12 years of writing, Mike, I can lay claim to at least this. I have never written beneath myself. I've never written anything that I didn't want my name attached to.
He might be him.
Him?
Mr. Death.
And while it's fun to see young actors like Robert Redford making an early Twilight Zone appearance, seeing Serling again is what makes this DVD collection special.
Please sit back and take your first trip into the Twilight Zone.
Oh, the best stuff. These episodes and special features from Treasures of the Twilight Zone are in Laserdisc and video stores next week.